What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So I've been in my thoughts. I guess we could call it life and purpose and meaning. You know, how you start thinking like that every once in a while, especially if you ride around a lot or drive a lot. You got time to get into your mind and really try to figure some things out, understand some things. So that's where I've been lately. And I had some things on my mind. I said I might as well make a video about it, and then the crew and the crowd, we could talk about it in the comment section. See, people agree or they have a different spin on things or whatnot. But I was thinking about the chase, I guess you could say, of life, or what motivates us to chase what we're going after in life. What is that chase that's ahead of us? What is that trophy, so to speak, that prize that motivates us to do what we do and do it with passion and energy and time, day in and day out. And I was thinking about how when you're in elementary school and you don't really have a thought of responsibility and even purpose, you get offended really easy. Remember them days? You come whining to the teacher, what's wrong with you? Him say I'm ugly. What's wrong with you? She say I don't smell too good. Him say I'm fat. We can't call people fat no more. They're proportionately whatever. You can't call them fat. But that was in our elementary school days, right? You just everything is so touchy, and then you go into your preteens in the high school, and you're easily impressionable by the crowd. The people that you hang around have the biggest influence. So how they perceive you means a lot to a teenager. My son, 17 years old, and even the hairstyle that he wears, he chooses it because he feels like that's the one that's accepted and he won't get picked on. So I be joking him. I'm like, get a low cut like your dad. He nah. My head's too big. They're gonna say this to that. Or when it's time for him to go get glasses once a year, I gotta pay attention to, the kind of style he want, the Ray-Bans or whatever. He gotta have something. You know how teenagers are. They want something that's current, some brand that's respected, or they'll feel like they out of place. They don't realize what's coming. That in a couple of years, it ain't gonna matter what their so-called friends thought, because they're probably not even gonna be in contact after high school. Let 3 or 4 years pass, and unless you go to somebody's page on Facebook or whatever whatever engine is running at the time, you're gonna lose touch with them. It ain't even gonna matter. Then you become an adult, and like I just said, these other recognitions come into place. You realize what mattered as a kindergartner, it don't matter no more. What mattered in middle school, it don't matter no more. It's a different hunt, it's a different chase, it's a different pursuit. What mattered in high school and college don't matter no more. You're an adult now. You're chasing something else. And more than likely it's a career. More than likely it's the bag. More than likely it's the money. And for some, even further than that, it could be fame. For some, it could be power, affluence, influence. For some, houses, right? Material things can cause us to pursue and go hard. And then you live, hopefully, to be ripe, old, and tender age. I'm not there yet, only 48. But I've seen it. We all have family members that go there, and we see what their interests are. The interests of an 80-year-old man is not the same interest as a 48-year-old man. He's somewhere else now. He's not pursuing money, bag, houses. You come out of high school, you 18, 19, 20, 21. and you a full-blooded male, you want women, and not just any woman. All right, you may have to quote unquote settle for a type of woman. If you could pick the type of woman that you have or that you want, that you desire, she's gonna look a certain type of way. And more than likely, she's gonna look very attractive not only to you, but to, if you could pick them now, she will look not attractive not only to you, but to everybody else around you. So when you go in the restaurants and the stores and the places, they checking her out. This is my woman. She looks good. But 80-year-old man, he realized his own body may be full of wrinkles, and his hair that used to be black is now silver gray. Shoulders that in college and high school as a linebacker would take down the fastest running back. Now they sag a little bit. Used to be able to bench press 325, 350, 375. Now you got to get help just to pull the trash can to the road. Every stage of life has something that has us chasing. I'm going after something. It's taking a lot of my energy. It's taking a lot of my time. It's taking a lot of effort for me. I'm chasing it. I'm going after it. My question to myself, which is I'm going to present it to you all today, is that we are chasing, is it even real? Does it even exist? If we had all of what we are chasing, would we discover that it doesn't even exist and it's not real? And it did not do what we thought it was going to do. For the effort that we put into it, for the energy that we put into it. Let me give you an example. I've never gone to either of these, but I'm going to, maybe for my 50th. I like to watch the horse racing, Kentucky Derby. I'm going to go there for my 50th, I hope. The Lord wills, inshallah. I'm going to try to go to Kentucky Derby maybe on my 50th. And I also like to watch dog races on television. So if you ever watched a dog race, them greyhounds, about 8 of them lined up on the track, take off going. And they'll have a lure, that's what they call it, a mechanical lure, normally that looks like a small rabbit in front of the greyhounds, that is convincing and motivating the greyhounds to run up to speeds of 45 miles per hour. Now, if we're thinking about a car speed, then that's not going to sound that fast. But I remember, and he still may have the record, I remember at one point, y'all remember Usain Bolt, fastest man in the world. He could run on an average, I think, 23 to 25 miles per hour. He was the fastest man in the world. A greyhound can run up to 45 miles per hour. And they can maintain that for almost 7 miles. Gone. Energy. Pursuit. Mechanical rabbit in front. 8 greyhounds taking off. People in the stands watching. Screaming out. Yelling. Making bets. Hoping. Wishing. And the greyhounds gone. Don't pay attention to none of the sounds, the screams, nothing. That mechanical rabbit got them focused and determined. That's it. If I can get that, I've got it. And that's enough to make them run 35 to 45 miles per hour to try to get a mechanical rabbit. The lure that's in front to make them run at such speeds. I'll be thinking crazy stuff. How disappointed would the greyhound be if the lure stopped and he grabbed it or bit it or tried to rip it, tear into it, only to find out the rabbit was never real in the first place. You've been training me, we've been practicing, we've been doing this day in and day out. Now I finally got my hands on it, and you telling me this thing ain't even real. Oh, it's real metal, but it ain't a rabbit. It ain't flesh. I can't rip it apart. I can't tear into it and get the meat out. And I wonder sometimes in life, are we sometimes guilty? I know I am, of putting our focus on something, putting our energy into something that if we could get what we really, if we got it, if everything we went to school for, we got it. If the type of woman that we wanted, we got it. The type of man that we wanted, we felt like we wanted. If we could put our hands on it, would it be what we thought it was supposed to be when we got it? Or will we feel like the Greyhound dogs will feel? I have spent all this time and effort and energy in chasing this, and it's not even real. And the reality of that, and the thought of that, and the heartbreak, I would even say, of that, and the disappointment of that. And I wonder sometimes in life, because by the time we elevate to the next stage, the Lord changes again until at the end of our days. And I said on another video, it seems to me that healthy relationships is what it's all about. For the 80-year-old is no longer chasing the woman who has the best body. And the 80-year-old is no longer chasing the car that has the most prestige on the street. And the 80-year-old is no longer chasing the amount of money he can accumulate, the bag that he can get. And the 80-year-old is no longer chasing 3 and 4 jobs. So let's talk about it in the comment section. Whatever lure is in front of us, Lure, whatever lure is in front of us that's provoking us and motivating us to run at the speeds that we are running in, that we're bypassing everybody in the crowd that's around us. We so focused, we moving faster than Usain Bolt. If we got it, would it be worth it? Let's talk about it in the comments. Y'all be blessed.